morning, Asia. Welcome, traders, to PrivateerFX weekend wrap and our week ahead preview. We've got a couple interesting things on the schedule this week, starting with the Bank of Canada on Wednesday and the ECB meeting on Thursday. Both of which we will go into greater detail in the videos just ahead. But just keep that in mind. Make sure it is Sunday here in North America. This is a time when we sit down, we look back at all the charts, and we reflect on some of the price action from the previous week, and then we look at the economic calendar and try to map out the times of the week of when we're supposed to be paying attention and where the most important event risk is taking place. And just looking over some of the headlines from the weekend, it looks like Abe has secured enough seats to continue to run, with the LDP party in Japan. I guess the voter turnout was kind of low because of a poor weather. A couple of the analysts are highlighting that this should be supportive dollar yen, supportive Nikkei. There was some worry about a month ago that he may not gain enough seats and be ousted, but it looks like he's secured the amount of seats needed, and not a whole lot will change there in Japan. Dollar yen, actually, let's take a look. You can see I have it up here as we close out the week at 113.50 on the daily here, and you can see how we've gapped higher on the open. We're trading 113.93 on the highs, so we gapped about 30 or 40 points from Friday's close. We've got some targets up here on the 114 handle. I think there's no reason we can't get up to this 114.50 in the next couple days, and that's just based on dollar strength and the result of these Japanese elections. So we'll be keeping an eye out up here, this 114.50. That should provide decent resistance first time up. Let's look at the New Zealand dollar. We talked about that in our videos on Friday. Here's a daily. This was the day after the news of the labor's choice, and if you see here, we had another real big down day on Friday, and we had discussed last week that we think we can get down into this 6,800 level in short order, and it looks like it could be there by the end of this week. So keep an eye on that. We're still in sell rally mode. We're hoping for a little bounce up to this 70.50 area. Didn't see it. Aussie dollar on Friday, big down day, following the rest of the dollars. Take a look at the dollar. Taking a look at the dollar index. We're back up here. Looks like it has a chance of retesting that 94.24 high. Also comes in 94.12 is the 100-day moving average in dollar index. So I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that dollar index retest those old highs. The euro looks like it's opened a bit lower here on the Sunday open. A little bit of a gap lower. We closed out at right around 118 the figure. We're trading 117.70. Keep in mind, this is the line that everyone's talking about, this 116.60 to 80 area. This is big. People are talking about head and shoulders and inverted head and shoulders in the dollar index. This is big. If we break this, we're going through this 100-day moving average, and we could see it getting all the way down close to 113, which is some of these old highs, and a pretty good pivot down here. So we're watching that this week with the ECB meeting coming out. Cable, again, not much going on here on the open in Asia. There is a little bit of dollar strength, notably against the euro and dollar yen. Dollar Swiss is up a little bit, about 15 pips. Dollar CAD's about 10 pips. Let's talk about dollar CAD. We've got the Bank of Canada meeting. If they do not talk about further rate hikes in 2018, we think Canadian dollar can come under some pretty serious pressure. This thing has been on a tear all year. We've gone all the way from, those highs in May at 137, 138, down to 120. Been consolidating here for, a couple weeks now, taking out some old resistance here at this 126 level. I don't see why we can't get up. 126.70 is a 100-day. We've got targets up here, 128. And if for some reason they sound dovish, the data was a little bit weaker, and the retail sales and the CPI data on Friday were a little bit weaker. If he is sounding like they are done hiking rates and some of the economic data is now rolling over, we could see this thing back to 130, I think, pretty quickly. So, again, we'll highlight, give you a preview on ahead of the Bank of Canada meeting which is Wednesday, 9 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern time in North America. So this could be an interesting one, and we'll be keeping a close eye on it. Let's take a look. Anything else? The yen crosses. They're all looking stable to higher with dollar yen. Dollar yen had just made a new high, went up to 113.94, and there are some offers that come in right around 114 the figure. S&P, there's not a whole lot to talk about. It just makes a new high and a new high close every day, and it's becoming tiresome to even watch. We had this bearish setup in the NASDAQ. We had the down day. There's still some indecision here. I know there's a lot of people looking at the Apple chart, and so I guess we still need to keep an eye on these stocks because they're one bearish looking day away from a 3 to 5% correction, and we are expecting some sort of correction into between now and year end. So we're definitely on lookout for something there. But we'll just be keeping it on the charts. We're not fading this. I'm just watching it and in amazement, really, that it can continue to just go up, and it doesn't matter if there's good news or bad news. Stocks are going higher. Here's the dollar turkey we talked about earlier. You can see gapped higher on some geopolitical or terrorism type event in town. So that should do it for today. Good luck in the trading day ahead. And like I said, you'll be hearing from us 3 times a day, and we will go into greater detail and really drill down to some of the important pivot points going into these, the Bank of Canada, the ECB. Also got a lot of PMI data coming out this week, so there's potential for some market movement. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon.